Hello, parents. We are excited today to share with you our virtual learning model for this school year. Mr. Pegues, Mr. Delgado, and I will share with you what a school day will look like for our boys. I want you to know that when we develop our model, we took into account a lot of factors. We took into account best practices, first of all. We took into account what we learned last semester, your feedback, and based on what the district decided, which is go in with an asynchronous model. And the reason why they did that is because we know that every family is different and not every family or every parent is able to sit with their students and help them with their schoolwork. So that is why they chose this model. The asynchronous model means that a live learning does not need to happen all day long, but rather the students have the option to learn at their own pace. And they are able to access the lesson maybe later on throughout the day. So we took into account what the Dallas ISD decided, their commitments, but we also took into account what we value here at Solar, which is, of course, we considered safety. That was probably the most important part of our plan. Safety for our students, our teachers, our parents. Also, we took into account equity. We wanted to make sure that the same learning experience that our kids at home were here face-to-face that they were having, they will have a similar experience at home. Also, social and emotional wellness has always been a priority here at Solar, but we know that through these difficult times, it's even more important. Consistency, it's very important for not only students, but we know it's important for you as a family and for our teachers. Feasibility of a model was also important. We needed to make sure that it was going to be easy to implement for teachers and students and you at home as parents. And of course, student growth. We know our kids are going to come to us with gaps, and it is our job to close those gaps. So that is embedded into our model. That is what we took into account. And of course, making learning fun. In order for our boys to be engaged, our lessons have to be engaging and fun. So what we created is what we call our learning modules. And these modules include anchor instructional videos created by teachers, independent assignments, small group instruction guided by the teacher, which is our guided portion of the lesson. And also, we will continue to use our digital apps for our students to complete independently. Whenever we created a model, we took our blended learning model that we use here at Solar and we incorporated into a virtual setting. We are going to make sure that the content that is delivered within these modules is grade level, at the grade level of the students. It is based on their needs and follows best practices. So we looked across the nation at schools that use a blended learning model, and we looked at what their practices are. So it is based on research-based practices. And you will have access to these links for you to read more about those different schools. So the overview of the learning modules, when it comes to the learner or the students, it takes it makes sure that they take ownership of their learning, and it allows them to learn at their own pace. It also takes into account their learning diversity. So like, again, we know they're coming to us at different levels, and we need to make sure that we address or provide that instruction at their level. It encourages post-secondary readiness skills. So those are pretty much embedded into what they have to do on a regular basis using so much technology, and allows for the greatest amount of student growth, which is very, very important. Of course, for teachers, it places the emphasis on them as learner designers. So they right now have already started developing those learning modules, and they do this collaborating with each other. So this will also foster a culture of professional collaboration within our teachers. So here we put our virtual learning versus face-to-face. And as you can see, same components that kids will go through. If they were here face-to-face, they will also be able to do in our virtual model. So they will start each day with Thrive Time. The teacher will provide guided lessons in a small group setting. This will happen either through a break room settings or an individual Zoom sessions. Teacher will provide these anchor videos that I'm talking about, which will begin with each subject. There will be options for self-paced instruction. Like we said before, we know our families are different, and that would definitely be an option for our virtual learning model. Students will continue to engage in independent activities and with their peers in small group instruction. And also they will be instructed by different teachers, depending on their subject or level of instruction for those that are in the upper grades. What is an anchor video? So anchor video it starts every lesson. It will go over a mini lesson of the content for that day. You will have clear directions, and this will be in yellow of what the kids should do throughout the video and at the end as an independent practice. So it's very important that the kids are paying attention to these videos. It will have quick pauses and for checks for understanding throughout the lesson. And it will also have, challenges embedded into those videos. This is a sample schedule for K2 and a 3-5. And again, each lesson, we will start school with Thrive Time. And each lesson will start with the video, pre-recorded video, either by phonics, reading, math, science, and then it will follow with either small group, independent practice, or a rotation of either one of those digital apps that we use, which will be Lexia, STMath, and we will talk a little bit more about what those are in a minute.
Apps and digital platforms. Our big three virtual platforms for communication will be Seesaw, Google Classroom, and Zoom. Seesaw will be for pre-K through second grade rather than Class Dojo. Google Classroom will be for third grade and fourth grade. And Zoom, with its pro features and increased security, will be our meeting platform for everyone. The other programs will be utilized for independent practice, small group instruction, interventions, and extensions. Teachers will spend time modeling and showing students how to use these programs within the first few weeks of school and whenever modeling is needed throughout the year. So we have proposed rubrics, grading rubrics for pre-K through second. They must complete assignments in its entirety, master the objectives, and complete assignments independently. Very similar to third and fourth grade, but there's an added component of completing an assignment on time, along with its entirety, mastering the objective, and completing assignment independently. So we will continue to do specials virtually. These teachers will create modules. They'll have anchor videos, independent assignments. For kinder through second grade, special assignments will be placed on the grade level team's website. So kinder, first, second, they will place those assignments on those grade level websites along with the teacher Seesaw page. But for third and fourth grade, those specials assignments will be placed on the specials team's website. So we'll have one website for PE, art, music, makerspace. And also they will place them for third and fourth grade on those specials Google Classrooms. So those third and fourth graders are able to move a little bit more to different websites. K through 2 will all be in one spot. Virtual attendance. As you see on the slide here, independent practice assignments are going to be required, and the teachers will be taking attendance during our live sessions. And attendance is one key in creating a school, like a school environment, even though we're not in the building. Our students need to get into a rhythm and develop patterns that are similar to those that would occur in the building. So starting with our morning meeting and working through small groups, being present and on time will be the key, will be one key to our virtual success.
Upcoming events. August 28th is going to be our next event. That's our technology pickup date. All students will receive a technology device and materials based on need or pre-order, school supplies, and a hotspot. In order for you to get a hotspot, you have to have completed the form that is provided by the district. If you need to fill that form out, you can access it on our website on our homepage. September 1st through the 4th, teacher introductions. One-on-one meetings by appointment. Get to know your teacher. Homeroom teachers will reach out. September 2nd through the 4th. Meet the teacher night by grade level. Get to know all teachers on your grade level. Get to know their expectations and the platforms that will be used. Assignments and communication. The best way to communicate with the teachers. September 8th, first week of learning. Thrive time at 8:20 a.m. Please note that attendance will be taken daily. At this time, you should be looking for small group instruction schedules and teacher office hours. How can you support? Discuss online behavior expectations with your scholar once they are provided by the teacher. When possible, attend Thrive time and small group sessions. Stay informed and read the Solar Blast newsletters, check our website, and also follow us on social media. Parent organizations will also send information out as soon as they can. That way you can participate. Communication. Weekly teacher newsletters, Remind for announcements, Google Classroom, Seesaw for assignments, Solar Blast, Parent Portal on PowerSchool, and Zoom meetings can be scheduled for parent meetings with the teacher. Remember to like and follow us.